So I'm about to tell y'all the truth about landlording. Hey, what's up guys? Graylan Stewart here. I'm at my very first rental property ever. I bought this property, close to 3 years ago now. And the tenant has been ghosting me, hasn't paid me in several months. And I came by here, I'm in town, came by to find out why. So check it out. So they totally trashed this place. I mean, I've definitely seen worse, but we fully remodeled this house and it was beautiful. But now, as you can see, tons of trash over there. The doors weren't even locked, which is never good. They did move their stuff out, thank goodness, most of it. Obviously all kinds of notices on the door. Not cool. Overgrown weeds. I got a letter from the city recently for a lien that I need to pay like $300 and some. And check this out. Yes, I put new central heat and air unit in this place, and look at it. It's not there. Yeah, so obviously someone stole that. Yeah, I mean, it's like they never even mowed back here, because this is another little section that was a decent fence, just to keep a dog or something. But it's crazy what people do to your property. That's exactly why I don't like landlording. That's why I do rent to own, because then somebody would be in here on their own dime. They'd take care of it more because they feel ownership. Even the sliding door was unlocked. Of course, these people ran into this post, obviously, tore that to pieces. I'll take you on the inside. All right, we're walking in here. So this was a brand new door. This was a brand new screen door. Of course, it's all pieces missing to it. Door's all dented up now too. It was brand new. All this flooring was brand new. They put all kinds of weird caulking and stuff. Of course, this had ugly paneling on the wall, in which if I did it different, today I would do it different. I just painted it and it looked good, but obviously, they didn't treat it very well. But this was a brand new refrigerator too. Look what they did. Like, who does this? It's crazy. Tore the doors off. Like, I don't even understand that. You would think that they would steal it at least to keep a good refrigerator, but no. They'd rather just destroy things. This was not a brand new stove, but it was a pretty nice new used one. And they tore the front panel off of it for whatever reason. Just because they can, I guess. I'm not sure. Look, they even stole my new faucet that I put in. I don't get it. They left the washer and dryer for some crazy reason. But, at least they did get most of the junk out. But I just can't believe that they would do this to walls and doors. Like, I remodeled the bathroom, everything. And it's not great. It's a little dark in here because obviously there's no electricity. So now I get the fun task of remodeling this place for the second time. But yeah, it's obviously the AC stuff worked good because they covered it, I guess. Too cold for them or something, maybe. I'm not sure. See if you can see in this little dark room. But yeah, it's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom. It's converted garage. This used to be a garage. Converted it because you can get more rent. But yeah, what's crazy is, even these doors were open when I came up. But that's a half bath and a closet back there. It does look like somebody messed with my furnace, and that was a brand new furnace as well. So who knows? They probably stole the copper out. That's what thieves seem to like. They left the thermostat, which is good, I guess. But yeah, look at this. It's crazy. So, but you know, I've learned lessons along the way. So this was my very first rental property. So what I've learned in this business is you definitely got to be savage and not average, because people will take advantage of you. That's just the way people are. And that's exactly why I don't landlord. I'd rather do rent to own, because you're typically going to get it back anyways, and they're going to take care of the property more. I've learned that over time. I've been doing this over 3 years now, and that is just the case. I've gotten back a house 2 times, but the house, you know, was never super terrible. I mean, it needed some work, but you know, this is what they do to your property when it's just renters. If you don't get the right renters, you know, like I said, it's my very first rental property, so I definitely learned a lot. I didn't know how to screen tenants as well back then. So you kind of learn as you go in this business. And that's the cool part, is just take action. You're going to make mistakes along the way, but that's part of the game. You're going to learn from those mistakes, hopefully. And then you just do things different next time. Or just follow the path of others that have done it before you, which I knew better, because that's part of the reason too that, you know, when I first got this property, I didn't remodel it as well as I should have. I used the cheapest contractors I could find, which is never a good idea. It's always a mistake, I promise you that much. I've learned that several times trying to go the cheap route. Even now, recent, you know, I lost my full-time contractor that I hired, you know, because I thought he was good. Come to find out, you know, he has pretty shoddy work, which is why he was probably working a little bit cheaper. And actually, I paid him really good, $1,500 a week for a property, you know, that should take 3 or 4 weeks. You know, he was making good money on that. So I kind of overpaid him in that respect, but he wasn't good, right? So now I found a crew. It's a contractor that has several crews, so I don't have to manage any of that stuff. Just manage one guy like I was before, but he actually has crews that can do everything. So that's going to be a game changer. But what I made a mistake on this house is I didn't fully remodel it. It probably needed foundation work. It definitely needed foundation work, and I didn't fix that. Just went the cheap route, and I used a contractor that was terrible at his job too, because he was cheaper. So that's what I ended up doing, and you know, probably going to pay for it now, and that's okay. I make a lot more money now, so it's not as big a deal. Yeah, it sucks that I kind of learned the hard way, but at least now I can fix the issue, hire the right contractors, get it remodeled the right way, and then you know, if I do find a tenant, which is fine, I'm not opposed to landlording. I just prefer rent to own. Mostly on my lower end houses I rent to own, but some of my nicer ones, you know, I don't mind actually keeping it as a regular rental. And this one's pretty nice. It's a brick house, 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and you know, I don't mind, you know, keeping this as a rental potentially, but I will remodel it correctly this time for sure. Hire my expensive guy. So I got a guy, like I was saying, a crew now that he's got several crews, and he actually works for one of the biggest flippers in Oklahoma City, which is where I'm at right now. So he's got a good track record. He does really good work. Super excited. He costs a lot more, but I'm kind of excited about that too, because you know, it's just like the saying goes, you get what you pay for. And I'm going to be paying top dollar, so I'm going to get a really top quality product too. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm definitely going to fix the foundation on this, probably remove the paneling, and just do it right this time. It'll look like a brand new house. And obviously got to buy a new heat and air unit again, because that's where it goes. And I actually did replace all the electric work in this house. And that's what I didn't do initially, because the tenant had issues along the way. So I ended up fully replacing all the electric. But it would have been a lot cheaper if I'd have just did it initially when the house was empty. So like I said, learn the hard way. I've learned a lot of hard lessons on this property alone. But it's still a great property. I'm still excited about it. So when I bought this house, I'll give you some numbers. I actually paid $22,000 for it. So let me show you this there's a church right next door. Okay, now that church right there, they own 4 or 5 houses, but they were using this one as their parsonage or whatever they call it when the preachers live here. And then they just stopped doing that because it never really worked out for them. So they sold it to me. But here's another lesson in this. They actually, I could have bought this for $18,000. Actually, they verbally, the main pastor there was the one that kind of ran the show, and he verbally agreed to $18,000, and I was trying to get him down to $15,000. So because I was greedy, I was new, I was just too greedy, and I ended up waiting too long trying to get that lower because I thought I was the only person, and you're never the only one. There's always other investors talking to them. Anyway, someone else offered them 20. So long story short, that's why I paid $22,000. But it cost me an extra $4,000 and a month. So that's the lesson in that. So I paid $22,000 for this. I spent about $16,000 or so remodeling and holding costs and everything. So I'm in it for, what is that, $38,000. And I actually refied out of it. It appraised for $69,000. So whatever the math is on that, I think they gave me $75,000 or a little more, whatever it was. I think my mortgage ended up being $54,000. So again, I'm in it for $38,000, maybe $40,000 with holding costs and closing a couple times. But and I ended up financing $54,000, I believe. So I got all my money back for one thing. I've got an asset which did cash flow for 2.5 years. She hasn't paid the last few months, but I see why now. She just jetted on me. But not only that is I got an extra, what is that, $15,000 or so completely tax-free money because it's in a loan, so I don't pay taxes on that because it's a loan. So I got all my money back, $15,000 tax-free. Got a asset forever that's appreciating because back then, remember, it appraised for $69,000. I guarantee you this house now, there's been a lot of gentrification in this area. It will probably appraise for about $120,000. So that's the lesson now. I bought it right. So it's hard to lose when you buy right. And I already did put $15,000 extra in my pocket. So basically, the bank paid me to buy this house, right? Paid me $15,000 to buy this house. And now I can remodel it again, refi out of it again, and it'll definitely appraise for low hundreds, but probably 120-ish, I'm guessing. And so then I can pull out, probably get a loan on it for, I don't know, at least $85,000 or $90,000. And then so I'll have all my money back again and get some tax-free money and start cash flowing this. And now back then I got $850 rent for this property, which was high. Most of the rent was going in the $750 range, so I got extra on it. But not only that, now the rents are through the roof. Literally, I could probably get $1,150 to $1,200 for this property now in rent. So it's still a win, y'all. Yeah, I got to clean this up again, remodel it again. That's part of the game. But it's still an amazing asset that I'm going to have forever. Got a lot of equity in it right now, and I'll still have equity in it when I remodel it again and refi out, and I'll put some tax-free money in my pocket for the second time. So anyways, hope you got some gems and some lessons from this video, but just thought I'd share this with y'all. Sometimes you got to be savage, not average, when you're dealing with these people, because I was definitely going to put a 5-day notice on the door, which is part of the reason I came down here besides watching my daughter's basketball game. But it's time to get tough with people, man. That's what you got to do sometimes. So I got to head to Tulsa and do the same thing on a property there. It's actually a church building that I own. So yeah, got to do what you got to do. But anyways, if you stuck around this long, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.